Uh, Norman Vincent Peale had the book called The Power of Positive Thinking. And I had picked it up, read it, and there were two things that really enticed me to research further, and that was when he said, you can have anything you want, provided you know what it is. See yourself as already having it. And those were three things that intrigued me. And I was, just a little happy homemaker, no education, high school education, period. And the mother of three and sitting home and needing a lot of little creature comfort things, And so I thought, well, that sounds exciting.
When you win anything for the first time, I suppose that others around you will think, oh, that's pretty cool. When you win a competition the second time, people begin to believe you are on a lucky streak. Maybe by the 10th time, they'll think you're simply a really lucky person. But by the time you win your brand new 4,300 square foot completely furnished home, I guess there is bound to be some envy. But what would people think if you won 50 or 100 times? After 1,000 victories, perhaps. How many times would you have to succeed before people began to suspect there could be more at play? You could be manipulating the system, or you might have discovered a secret formula or metaphysical blueprint that guarantees your victory in any competition in which you participate, regardless of the stakes. Today, let's study the winning strategy used by Helene Hazel, the contest queen and winning sage who always came out on top. This lady took home more than 5,000 awards. We'll briefly discuss Helene Hazel's history in this video segment, but if it's something you're not interested in, that's also okay. You may skip to the following part, where we will learn about the SPEC approach. Limiting beliefs have proven to be a major setback when it comes to manifesting desires. If you want to dive deeper into manifestation and get rid of limiting beliefs and maintain your positive affirmations, get your free manifestation planner down in the link below. Helene and her family began entering events as a new interest in 1948. Her very first prize was a perm kit. However, she did not win this until a year later, in 1949. Interestingly, she continued to enter contests, although she rarely won anything, and this went on for about 10 years. After attending a contest writing correspondence course in 1957, the family began to have better luck, usually winning many prizes from food mixers, toys, and apparently other little goods. However, it wasn't until 1959, after reading Norman Vincent Peale's The Power of Positive Thinking, that she began to learn how to win every time. She didn't seem to be able to lose from this point on. She just continued winning vacations to Disneyland, New York, and Europe. Life was fantastic. Despite her achievements, Helene felt unsatisfied. She was determined to win big, and she knew precisely how. The Formica Corporation had a booth at the 1964-65 New York World's Fair, where they presented a home. The corporation held a contest, with the grand prize being a $50,000 duplicate of that house to be erected anywhere in the United States, including the property. In today's money, $50,000 equates to around $500,000. Of course, a grand prize of this scale would encourage even the most skeptical to participate, and everyone did, around 1.5 million individuals. But this amount of entries did not shake the faith of Helene. She knew she had already won, and she prepared for that house as though it were already hers. But could faith alone really help one person beat out 1.5 million other people? They all deserved it. By joining the contest, they all made the crucial step toward fulfilling their house. Could the SPEC approach truly be so effective and beneficial for just one lady who wanted to employ it? I'd love to keep the minor suspense continuing, but I'm not going to. Helene won the house and decided to build it in Irving, Texas. What exactly is this incredible SPEC approach that allowed this one woman to win whatever she desired? We'll go through it right now. It's not all that difficult. It stands for select it, project it, expect it, and collect it. It has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Select it. Define what you want. What do you desire that seems realistic to you? Of course, whatever you desire is logical for you, but you are still a human being rooted in logic. If you think expecting to make $1 billion overnight is unrealistic, I wouldn't advocate starting with this. Helene's first documented prize after perfecting her tactics was an outboard motor. Now, this does not imply that you must begin with a cup of coffee. It's merely a suggestion that you start with a goal that is both important to you and feels reasonable for you to attain right now, and then work your way up. Ask yourself, what is the most important goal I wish to accomplish? Consider it carefully. Is it constructive, good, and creative? Consider possessing it. Imagine how it feels to have it. How will it affect your way of life? After choosing your goal, project having it right now in your current reality, not in the distant future. Using Neville Goddard's SATS technique, lull yourself into a meditative state and within your imagination, create a short scene in which you have now achieved what you want. It is now in your hands. The most crucial aspect of this session is that you feel the natural sentiment of getting what you want. On a personal level, I try to focus on the mediocrity and normalcy of having my wants in my life today, such as pumping petrol in my new car or drilling a hole in my wall to hang my play button. The reason for this is reminding myself of the general upkeep takes my thing off the pedestal. Expect it. Change your expectations and your circumstances will change. Begin acting as though you anticipate success, pleasure, and prosperity. Prepare for the best. Once you've projected your choice, expect it. This is a very peaceful, tranquil, and quiet inner awareness that you already have. Consider buying something online as an example. The day you buy something is not the day you get it. The instant you project your desire, you may not physically acquire it at the moment, but you have purchased it. It's yours now, so go make a home for it. Helene stated that she had already chosen a lot and had designs drawn up before even being declared the winner of her dream home. And before she won an international trip, she had already acquired the passports and the immunizations required before actually winning it. Collect it. After you've selected, projected, and expected your objective, the only thing left to do is collect it. The standard technique is just to collect it when it comes looking for you. And I'm sure you didn't think I'd end this video without over-explaining a few things, did you? The SPEC technique is simple and straightforward, and anyone who utilizes it right will be successful. However, you cannot expect a palm tree to flourish in an improper environment. Your mind is a garden, and the idea is to build an atmosphere that is so fertile that everything you want to do can flourish no matter which strategy you attempt. Helene had an extremely rich mindset that drew her to everything she chose. There's no failure, only delay in results. As your positive attitude improves, success gradually replaces failure until you can no longer fail. If you have a goal or ambition, don't be rash. Keep going till you get it, she advises. She rejected the concept of failure and embraced the philosophy of perseverance, never doubting her goal based on physical conditions. Start loving totally. Love everything unconditionally. The clouds, the wind, the stones, the trees, the animals, the insects, and everyone you come into contact with. This is occasionally the most challenging task. Everything must be loved and respected. This is not physical love, but rather a universal feeling, a common bond and harmony with all. God's consciousness is in everything, and we must love all of it. Helene maintained a cheerful attitude toward universal love. Nothing is naturally good or terrible, but everything deserves to be loved. For me, this represents accountability, putting yourself in a position of power by realizing that if you can create whatever you want in your life, you have already created everything in your life via your ideas, feelings, and actions. You gain conscious power by accepting accountability. Understand that all of the negative events in your life have already paid their debts to you. You would not have known what you wanted so passionately and plainly if it hadn't been for them. This concept is referred to as contrast by Abraham Hicks. You can't identify affection and warmth in one if you've never experienced a lack of interest and absence in the other. When you love everything equally, you knock the things you want off the pedestal and make them equal. You are neither smaller nor larger than the man or woman you desire in your life. That automobile you want, that career you desire, or that physical body you want all want you because they don't exist without you. You give it a tangible existence. That makes you fairly awesome in my opinion, and that is the mindset. Thank you for watching this far into the video. Helene Hazel is a wonderful teacher who offered what she learned from her personal experience with us in order for us to live the lives of peace, pleasure, and well-being that we desire. I have discovered a lovely article that goes into further information about Helene Hazel than my video does. I'll put the URL in the description box below for your convenience. It's been a joy covering Helene Hadsell today, and I hope this video is useful to you in your path. And with that, I want to thank you for taking the time to view this video. I sincerely hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I hope you'll give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more similar stuff. So what did you think of today's video, and what video do you want to watch next? Please let me know in the comments section below. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video.